One of my clients recently got engaged, and I'm going to tell you the one thing you need to do if you really want to get serious about love and start to attract in your dream relationship. If you want a man to be absolutely obsessed with you, I told her exactly what I'm going to tell you in this video. So if you want to know how to get a man absolutely obsessed with you, bookmark, like, comment, save this. Or woman, by the way. It works for whoever you want. So the first thing I want you to understand is that there is a certain type of embodiment of the person who is loved, who is adored, who is chosen, who is wanted, who is special, who is magnetic, who is that person, that girl that lights up the freaking room. She has a certain level of confidence. She has a certain level of self-assurity. She has a certain level of I don't give two hoots about what anyone's opinion is of me in here, including the men and the women's opinion. If any of them are not adding value to her life, she is quick and easily capable of cutting them out rather than trying to glamorize or romanticize someone who simply isn't adding value to her life. She's very cutthroat. It's giving very black cat energy. She knows that the universe is abundant, and she knows that her time, her energy, her life source is a privilege. Repeat after me. It is a privilege. Comment it down here. It is a privilege to even breathe around me. My time, my energy is a luxury, and people show up and treat me accordingly. Repeat that over and over again. Comment it so you don't forget it, so that way you can come back to it. When you step up and step into these certain traits, there's a certain level of embodiment you have. A woman who's self-assured, who knows what she's worth, what she brings to this table that people are complaining about online, is not emotionally rocked when men don't show up for her, because she knows that even if a man isn't, that she's the absolute frickin' prize, and that he's going to regret his whole life and his whole existence if he doesn't wake up and smell the coffee. And that's the type of energy that makes a man feral, makes him foam at the mouth. When you don't need men, when you are good with or without them, when you can self-regulate, and when you can place intrinsic value that is not dictated by external circumstances, meaning you don't need people to show up a certain way in order for you to feel good enough, because you feel value internally. Nobody can bippity boppity boo your self-worth. You have to do that. And the day and the moment you finally wake up to that and you realize that this is an inside job, you want to know how to get men absolutely obsessed with you? Become obsessed with yourself. Notice and seek how much value you have and call all your power back to you. And this man will chase you down every corner. You will be on his mind all day, all night, no matter what. Because there's nothing a man loves more than a woman who is so head over heels in love with herself, obsessed with herself, has good boundaries, has good morals, is a woman of integrity, and moves and walks and operates in a manner that shows that. In a manner where you could tell that her self-worth isn't negotiable based upon how he shows up or how he doesn't show up. When you're able to self-regulate, when he's not doing what you want, it makes him all of a sudden act the way that you want. Because he realizes and he knows that you're going to lie down boundaries and you're going to cut him off savagely. And he's not going to want to get cut off from that life source. He's not going to want to get cut off from that energy. When you have boundaries of steel, when you can place that value, and you can walk, talk, move, act, dress, show up, feel, believe, embody, whatever word you want to put on it, you just become the person he can't get enough of, and he locks you down immediately. And the whole time, it never had anything to do with him. If you see women who actually have men obsessed, that woman is not giving that man that type of time. That woman is not giving that man that type of attention. That woman is so self-assured in herself. She is so self-assured. She knows if that man walks out tomorrow, she doesn't give a rat's patootie about that. And for any of you who are in codependent relationships, this might trigger you because you're like, but I want him, but I want him, but I want him. And the more that you want him, the more you're desiring him, the more you have this white knuckle grip on how can I make him obsessed with me? How can I make him obsessed with me? But you're not willing to do any work on yourself. You should honestly just take that man and throw him in the garbage. Because that type of mentality is the mentality that loses. You can't get a man obsessed with you when you're obsessed with him. When you're obsessed with you, he will become obsessed with you. Think of it this way. He's following your energetic lead. When you chase him, wonder about him, obsess over him, he can't chase you. He can't obsess over you. He can't want you. He can't choose you, and he can't show up for you. But when you call your power back and do the things that I've repeated several times in this video, this man, woman, whatever it is that you want, they're going to start calling you, texting you, wanting you, locking you down and saying, this is my man, my man, my man, my man. This is my woman, my woman, my woman, my woman, and want to be with you long term. Now, if you want to get a little bit of a cheat sheet of how to get men obsessed with you, to step into your era of healing your relationships with men so that you can actually get men to show up the way you want, I'm literally starting a program called Chosen. The link's in my bio. We are starting exactly in 1 week. Okay, so go to the link in my bio. I have already given $800 reduced on the price for people who are truly serious about making a change and getting men to show up the way you want through self-healing practices, through self-love practices, through self-concept practices, through healing your relationship with men and going through the steps that I listed out here in excruciating detail with me over 3 months period of time. By the end of this program, men are going to want you, chase you, adore you, obsess over you, no matter what. As long as you go through with me, because you're going to be with me for these 3 months, and apply my processes. Every single week, we're going to meet on a coaching call, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get these men to be absolutely feral, foaming at the mouth for you. And it works every single time because the processes that I teach are scientific, meaning as long as you do the work, it will work. The only time it doesn't work is when you don't do the work. That's the type of manifestation I want to be on. I don't want hippy-dippy, airy practices. Nothing wrong with that, but that just doesn't work for me. I want something logical, something tangible, something I can ground into, something that I want to know what do I need to do on a day-to-day basis to get men to be absolutely in love with me, absolutely obsessed with me, absolutely all in for me. And in this program, I break it down for you month 1, month 2, month 3. We are completely up-leveling our lives and getting men to absolutely worship us and treat us as the goddesses that we are. If that's what you're on, the link's in my bio for Chosen. Get it before the discount is taken away. Okay, we're literally starting on Monday. Get your spot now. Do not wait. Get your spot now. Click here. Go to the link in my bio. Click Chosen. Get in this program. This is the greatest program on the internet when it comes to love manifestation, healing your relationships with men, and to be able to step into the self-confidence of your dreams so that you can get all men, any man, to be obsessed with you, to worship the ground you walk on, to treat you like a goddess, to put a ring on your finger. Click the link in my bio. Look at people's engagement rings. Look at people's engagement rings using this process. Payment plans are available. Any other questions, send me a DM. I hope you have an amazing day. Like and share it with a friend.